Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina and this is going to be a quick bites for Bellman Black. It was a book that I kind of raved about when I first got it in my used books monthly box, and it was such a beautiful cover, as you can see, and it sounded very interesting. The synopsis really got me. Let me read it to you again. Caught up in the moment of boyhood competition, William Bellman recklessly aimed his slingshot at a rook resting on a branch, killing the bird instantly. It is a small but cruel act and is soon forgotten. By the time he is grown with a wife and children of his own, William seems to have put the whole incident behind him. But it was as if he had never killed the thing at all. But rooks don't forget. Years later, when a stranger mysteriously enters William's life, his fortunes begin to turn, and the terrible, unforeseen consequences of his past indiscretion takes root. In a desperate bid to save the only precious thing he has left, he enters into a rather strange bargain with an even stranger partner. Together, they found a decidedly macabre business, and Bellman Black is born. So first of all, I'll have to say that the first half of the book was really lovely. It reads like a fairy tale. It was very lyrical. I like these weird interludes where there'll be an ampersand at the top, and it talks about, it gives you some weird aside about rooks and the family of ravens and crows, and they all end with another way of saying a group of ravens, rooks, crows. So here's what I'm saying. It's backwards, obviously, but it has different font than the rest of the book. It's very, dark, and it always ends with a sentence like this. Since we're on the topic of ravens, a collective noun for ravens is an unkindness. This is somewhat puzzling to thought and memory, and this was one of the asides that actually brought in Odin's rooks, ravens, which are cousins to rooks. This next one ends with, in Latin, the rook is called the Corvus frugalius, which means the food gatherer, because of the extraordinary efficiency with which he meets his nutritional needs. So all of that in the first half of the book made for a very interesting, magical kind of mysterious kind of read. William is a extraordinarily lucky guy, also very, very hardworking. So he becomes rich. He gets a wonderful wife. He has 4 children, I believe, and then people start dying around him. And then at these funerals, he starts to see this man all dressed in black. And at first, it kind of just tweaks his interest. But as the deaths start to get closer and closer to his own immediate family, he then starts to seek out the man in black. They have like one cryptic conversation, and William in his mind pleads with the man in black, and it's not clear why he knows to plead with this man or anything like that, but he pleads for his daughter, the last daughter he has left, to live. She comes back to life. She never fully recovers. She is an invalid the rest of her life. Her hair never grows back. Her eyelashes, eyebrows never grows back. She always needs to be carried and everything like that. So then when he makes that deal with Mr. Black, so he starts like this funerary business that provides everything that you would need for a funeral. And the business is extraordinarily prosperous, and he never sees Black. Black never comes around. People around him ask about Black, like, who is the Black in Bellman Black? Then he becomes ill himself, and Black comes along, and I guess Miss Black was deaf all this time. And there's literally the second part of the book where it literally is part 2, where it's just him building, it's step by step of him building up the funeral business. Whereas, and we saw him do that already with the mill. I expected the macabre business to be some type of, I even thought it would be like a detective thing. I thought it would be like together they found a decidedly macabre business. So maybe it would be old-timey coroners, or I had no idea, but nothing as boring as literally 150 or so pages of him building this business up, getting sick, dying, and then we realized that Black was death. That's it. So I was very disappointed. I think I gave it a 2 on Goodreads, just because the first half was beautiful and it had some really beautiful language. If you get to the end of this video, please leave me a top hat to let me know you got there. Otherwise, let me know, have you read Bellman Black? Have you read any other books by Diane Setterfield? What did you think of them? Be easy on yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.